bridge has two sides, and Mother had two daughters. We did this together, and we'll continue to do this together. Together.
Let's be honest here from Arendelle people. We already know that Hans is the worst Disney twist villain in history because the twist villain of BK6 or Professor Kilden is way better than the twist villain that we got in the Frozen, especially when Professor said that was his mistake. So that's why that twist villain for BK6 is a much better improvement than what Disney done back in 11 years ago when you have Hans as a twist villain. Because ever since Hans was doing so many bad things from Arendelle, and after he was almost gonna kill off Elsa by using his sword to kill Elsa to bring back Summer, like, honestly, I understand. Elsa frees Arendelle, but that doesn't mean you have to kill off the one female that she was trying her best to save Arendelle. Like, you are treating Elsa like she's a monster, like she's not a monster. Right, she's not the monster. Honestly, guys, I really like the idea of having Elsa as a villain. If you put Elsa as a villain, honestly, that would be even better. But nope, Disney want to make a generic twist villain that everyone getting sick of it. And so thank God that Disney is stopped doing twist villain. Well, hopefully. Greeting everyone from Arendelle. My name is Nick Hicks, Kim Possible Fan 2001 EO. And here in a little bit, I'm gonna get started watching a movie called Tangle for the 14th anniversary. So Rapunzel, you wait for me, girl. I'll be right there. Anyway, guys, so let's talk about Hans, the worst character of the Frozen movie. So let's talk about some of the scenes which I do like or I don't like, or honestly don't like, or going to last. But let's talk about something positive. Because I was way back then that I was almost going to like this character, but not until he did something bad for Arendelle. So here we go. Honestly, guys, I don't have a problem with the twist villain because at least, as long you're going to make a twist villain more likable, honestly. So let's hope Moana 2 will have a much better twist villain because I heard a rumor that Maui might be the twist villain in the movie, which that would be confusing for a general audience because Maui was a very good guy in the first film, but doing to Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, was being acting like kind of villain in real life because he was almost gonna make every film featuring him, and I mean the war is all about him. Like it's kind of caring, you ask me. But anyway, so honestly, if you put Maui as a twist villain in Moana 2, that would be awesome, but at the same time, it would be confusing for the general audience. Like, it didn't make no sense because Maui was good guy in the first film. Like, he's a bad guy in the second film. Didn't make no sense. So Disney, don't do that. Okay, you don't want your general audience, your real audience, to get confused of your ideas. Okay, no offense. Sorry, guys. So let's talk about some of the scene that I do like or don't like. So let's talk about that I do like. So when Anna meet Hans, that was a very nice meet, honestly, because honestly, Hans was helping Anna after she fall down and after she was falling off in the water, and thank God Hans horse to stop Anna by falling, and she was like, "Hey," and Hans said, "Oh my goodness, are you hurt?" That is a very great, and that is why I was almost going to write this character, but not until for later. So let's continue where we left off. But anyway, guys, so after she was talking to Elsa, and Elsa just want to leave alone. So that's why Anna was walking very, very, very emotionally, and she was very depressing. But not until the random guy bumped Anna, and Anna was almost falling down once again. So thank God Hans just stopped Anna from falling, And Hans said, "Thank God I caught you." And Anna said, "Hans." And they do the reference of Beauty and the Beast. Well, instead of having the camera shot, which that was a beautiful thing from 1991, but they did a reference of Beauty and the Beast by having Hans and Anna to dance. Like the Belle and Beef, like Belle and Beef on my butt. And honestly, guys, and of course, they do some talking. But not until Hans said that he got 12 brothers. And honestly, and Anna really want 12 brothers to stay in Arendelle. Anna, I love you. I will hug you. But having 12 brothers in Arendelle, that is the stupidest idea I have ever heard in my life, period. No offense, Anna, I love you, girl, but nobody want a 12 brothers in Arendelle, and that's why Elsa was really not comfortable to have Hans to marry Anna, honestly. Like, Anna, you're first to wait until you get your true love. And just like what Christoph said, you can't fall in love with a man when you just met. Let's do my hand real quick. You can't fall in love with a man when you just met. Like, Hans, this is a man that you just met, correct? You can't fall in love a man when you just met. I already know it sounds stupid. I already know it's in the past now, but the movie came out 11 years ago, so that's why I said that. And honestly, guys, do you remember when I said that I do not like Fixer Upper? But my true was Frozen song is, of course, The Open Doors. That song, oh god, that song just got me cringe out of my ears, because that is why I was almost gonna give this film a 9 out of 10. But honestly, I don't want to do that because I'm a huge fan of Frozen movies, so that's why I decided to keep it at a 10 out of 10. And honestly, guys, I do not like the song called Open Doors, because more I will listen to that song, and more it just got me cringe rolling, honestly. Like seeing Hans X Anna, I do not like that ship at all. This is even disgusting. Just like I see the ship of fan art of Elsa X Hans. Like, people enough doing that crap, because it's bad enough that the Loud House fan base is shipping some younger characters into adult, which that is a pedophile, and people stop doing that, because that is why fan art nowadays are really disgusting nowadays. But honestly, guys, it has some good fan art, like some characters from Disney and Pixar and DreamWorks into a very model version of them. So yeah, just like Yoga, I don't want to talk about it because YouTube and parent are watching this right now. But anyway, guys, so honestly, guys, and after the cringing song called Open Doors, which anyway, so Anna was telling Elsa that do you want Anna to marry Hans? To marry Hans in Arendelle. And Anna have audacity to say that, oh my goodness, I can finally meet your own 12 brothers. And you know what Elsa said? She said this: nobody's staying here, nobody's getting married. I am so glad that Elsa just staying up for herself by saying no. No means no, Anna. We're not gonna have 12 brothers in Arendelle. That's too much. But anyway, so Anna didn't listen, so that's why Anna was talking back to her sister. Like, you don't ever talk back to your sister. Just like some people talk back to your parent. Do not ever talk back to your parent, okay? Because parent will ground you right away if you talk back to them. Like, honestly, guys, sometimes I talk back to my parent, but I stop doing it because you already know that you're going to get grounded, and you're going to get grounded, like I said. But anyway, and ever since Elsa was saying, that's enough, and she was using her ice power, and now she's ruining the party. Like, she didn't ruin the party. Oh, she said, no, you can't fall up with a man when you just met. And honestly, guys, I gotta say, but this is kind of Anna's fault, because you do know that you can't fall in love with a man when you just met. So that's why Elsa just went away, and that's why Arendelle turned into like a winter. Yeah, I was almost gonna blame Hans for that, but I'm gonna blame both. It was almost gonna be Anna's fault, because Anna guys and Anna have no idea what's true love is. Like, honestly, because you can't fall in love with people when you just met. So I might talk to her on character AI, and I hope she understands where I'm coming from. Not hating on her character. I love Anna. She's a cute little cutie pie. But I gotta be honest, Anna for Frozen 2 is a much better character development. I am so glad that Jennifer Lee and Chris Buck team up together and by making Anna as a very likable character, because in the Frozen 1 Anna, she was kind of mean-spirited, but in a good way and possible. But anyway, guys, ever since Arendelle turned into like a cold winter, and Duke, yeah, let's talk about Duke. Anyway, yeah, Duke said, oh my god, oh my goodness, are you a monster too? No, Anna, she is not a monster, because when she have a fire power, and then she be a monster. Nah, just kidding. But anyway, so this is her job to find Elsa to save Arendelle. And Hans said, no, it's too dangerous. Like, oh my goodness, please don't tell me that you being like Wreck-It Ralph. It's bad enough that Wreck-It Ralph 2 has some Wreck-It Ralph was overprotecting Penelope. Thank freaking God, I'm gonna cut that scene in my director's cut. Stay tuned for that for tonight. But anyway, so, and Anna was saying, Hans, that you're in charge from Arendelle by making people comfortable after she got back, after she was finding her sister to bring back Summer. So yeah. And anyway, and Hans said, are you sure you want to do this? I don't want you to get hurt. And Anna said, she's my sister. She will never hurt me. Yeah, you got that right, because stop overprotecting her. Overprotecting her is not cool. I gotta say, but the Disney Little Mermaid, overprotected is a much better, because at least King Triton care about Ariel, honestly. That is a way better than what Hans was overprotecting Anna, because he do not want Anna to get hurt. Like, Anna is a very powerful character, but not until Elsa frees Anna's heart, which I already know. Honestly, I already know that's an evil thing that Elsa do, but at the same time, mistake happen, Elsa, you hear me? Mistake happen, because people make mistakes. And honestly, guys, doing to the scene when Hans was trying his best to make people comfortable by giving them towels and all that and trying to build a fire. But Duke was very, very impatient, telling Hans to get your butt out there, to get Elsa, to bring back Summer. And Hans said, no, because I am staying in Arendelle until Anna come back. And honestly, but not until Hans' horse just one very scared, and honestly, and the horse didn't talk, honestly. So that's why Hans was thinking that Anna is in danger. And honestly, I don't wanna say with the line that Duke was saying by the guard. Say, do you understand? Yeah, I don't want to say. But anyway, so there was two guard, which that scene in the director's editorial cut is gonna be even brutal. Just like what Elsa did to that two guard while she was in the ice castle in the first Frozen movie. So yeah. And honestly, guys, I don't wanna you know what? Let's get to the worst aspect of the twist villain, because this is why you guys clicked the video for a reason. Sorry guys, so ever since Anna got her heart froze, so that's why Hans was almost going to do a true love kiss to Anna, and I was really happy. But not until I saw this generic. Let's read it, shall we? It's going to be very cringy, you ask me. Oh, Anna. Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you. Anna, shocked by betraying. Anna said, you say you did. And Hans said, as 13th in line in my own kingdom, I didn't stand a chance. I knew I will have to marry into a thrill someone. And Anna said, what are you talking about? Here. And honestly, he said this. Elsa was professional, of course. But you, and honestly, Hans, and honestly, and here's a one line I absolutely do not like. Which is other than, you are so desperate for love, you wouldn't, sorry. Honestly, Hans say this, and this has got to be one of the worst lines I ever seen for a movie, period. He say this, you were so desperate for love, were you waiting to marry me just like that? Ever since he said that, this is why he turned into like a very unlikable crap hole. I don't want to see douchebag because I don't want to go way too far. And honestly, guys, and not just that, he say this. Honestly, guys, he say this. I figured after we married, I would have the stand of the little, oh my god, for Elsa, but then she doomed herself, but you are dumb enough to go after her. And he say this, after that, left now is to kill Elsa to bring back Summer. No, you're no match for Elsa. On the other hand, I am the hero who is going to save Arendelle from my destructions. You will not get away from this. Oh, Anna, I already have. Oh my god, this is the worst line I have ever read in my entire life, because when am I reading Hans' line? It's kind of mommy, I'm grabbing a notebook when I'm writing some people horrible writing. This is how bad this is, honestly. And I gotta say this, these two lines right here, it's got to be one of the worst lines. Like, seriously, you want to kill Elsa to bring back Summer? Like, that's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Why not you have Elsa to give her a chance and she can bring back Summer? Just don't kill Elsa, or else you're gonna doom Arendelle, because you don't kill the queen. You don't kill the queen. This is why a lot of people do not like this villain. This is why, I gotta be honest here. I am so glad that Limbo and Shepard do not like Hans. I am so glad that my audience from Epcot for Frozen Scene 1 celebration say boo at Hans. And I am so glad, honestly, I am so glad that the character from Moana have his own YouTube channel and he made a video of why Hans is the worst Disney Trust villain. Yeah, you got that right, shiny guy. But I gotta be honest here. This is why Hans is the worst Disney villain I have ever seen since Gaston, because this villain made Gaston look like a much better villain to comparison, because Hans and Gaston are both tied as the worst Disney villain I have ever seen in my life, because, you know what, let's not say Gaston, because at least, honestly, you can say whatever you want about Gaston, and guys, I do not like Gaston. Gaston is the most overrated Disney villain I ever seen, but honestly guys, at least Gaston has some real character development, like his son. Yeah, at least at least Gaston has some real character development. For Hans do not have any of them, because his plan is to kill Elsa to bring back Summer, and after what he said that I already have, he shut the door, walked the door, and let that poor Anna to freeze her to death. This is why Hans is a cold, heartless jerk. Is that right, guy from Futurama?
The cold, heartless jerk!
Well, Arendelle people, that's all I have to say about Hans. And this is why Hans is the most hatedest twist villain in history. Because there is a lot of other people in this today's society that they are not putting Hans as the most attractive male character in cartoons. Like, I gotta say right now, even I am not a GAY, but I gotta say right now, Kristoff, Jack Frost, and Hiccup, or even Finn Rider from Tangle, are a much better man for female, because at least those men, give respect and don't treat them like garbage than Hans. Yeah, Hans, you better be ashamed of yourself, and you deserve that punch by Anna because it shows that you do not want to mess with Anna because after what you doing by grabbing your sword and trying to kill off Elsa, and honestly, honestly, let's talk about that punch scene. Honestly, guys, Kristoff was almost going to do something. Like, he was very mad. But Anna just stopped Kristoff and let her handle it. And this is when back then that people don't have a problem when female handling male to punch. But honestly, let's get to that. Anyway, so Hans said, wait a minute. I thought your sister frees you. And Anna said, the only thing for a frozen heart around here is yours. And she was almost not gonna do it, but she finally do it. She finally grabbed Hans and punched Hans in the face, and Hans just got ran in the water. And the guard and the people from Arendelle was really laughing. Like, honestly, I would be laughing too. Because he deserved what he get. He deserved that kind of punishment. So yeah, honestly, I'm not treating this character like it's bad than DH would. But I gotta say right now, this is why people do not like Hans, and there was no other people will like this character. Like, how in the world are you gonna like this character? How in the world are you gonna like this character since he was almost gonna kill Elsa to bring back Summer? Yeah, there's absolutely no way that I will find people who really like this character. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so if you like this character, that's fine, but honestly, just don't defend him, but he was almost gonna kill Elsa to bring back Summer. That's all I gotta say. So I'm very sorry this video is longer, but hey, it's my video longer. That's how it's gonna be. And sorry guys, so stay tuned for my top 5 favorite Frozen 2 moment. So stay tuned for that. So honestly, I might do it in my community tab or video form. So honestly guys, I might do a community tab about my vote of that. And honestly guys, if I take Hans way too seriously, I might delete this video, but at the same time, I don't want to delete this video because this video is easily like a 21 minute when I explain why Hans is the worst Disney Twist villain. So that's my reason. So people, don't pay me. Don't pay me Disney. Don't pay me Mickey Mouse. Don't pay me. Anyway guys, so if Hans come back in Frozen 3, I won't have a problem with it. But at the same time, you gotta have the original villain for your Frozen 3 movie instead of having villain from the flashback. And honestly guys, I don't have a problem with flashback, but honestly, just don't copy the element just like Frozen 2 and Across the Spider-Verse. Honestly, just don't do that, or else it will be stale like milk. Anyway, guys, so stay tuned for my top 5 favorite moment for Frozen 2. Like my favorite moment, of course, I'm talking about Elsa saving Arendelle. But honestly, not just that, I might talk about my top 5 favorite song for Frozen. So stay tuned for that. And anyway, guys, so here's my plan. Do you remember when I said that I'm gonna end my Frozen week on November 28th? But honestly, guys, I might do both. I might try my best to do both. And honestly, guys, it's official. Honestly, guys, my Disney week is officially closed because I've been liking my Disney content. So that's why I decided to do some Frozen week at the end of my Disney week. So I have no idea what might end for my Disney week. Like, I might do a review on one or two, but at the same time, I might see that film pretty late. I might see that film before I go see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So maybe we'll see when we think about it for the meantime. So I might see that film pretty late, just like I did with Disney Wish. And honestly, guys, stay tuned for my top 5 favorite moment for Frozen 2, and stay tuned for my defending of Honey Million X Elsa X Honey Million, because now that is a much better couple more than Elsa X Hans. And honestly, guys, I already know that some people do not like having Elsa X Honey Million in the kids media. Like, don't treat Frozen like a kids media. Treat Frozen like it's a adult media, because Frozen 2 is the most darkest Disney film, and honestly, guys, and the kids will definitely get bored. But at the same time, that's what anime film is all about, because you gotta have some great story, great character, you got some dark moment. You have to have a dark moment. You don't want to make anime film like it's for cool in the head. Like, it's not how anime works, darn it. And anyway, guys, so that's my video, so don't pay me once again. Sorry, guys, so this is Nick Hicks, Kim Possible Fan 2001, signing off, and stay tuned for my top 5 favorite moment of Frozen 2.
So, what do you want to do? Sven, keep us steady, will you? Anna. Anna.